Hey, what is up, everyone? Today I'm going to talk about a solution of companies' products not selling. It's very simple. Drop your prices. So recently I went to North Scottsdale on a couple apartment tours. And a lot of apartments have been sitting for 90, 150, 200, 300 plus days. And, you know, they keep saying, oh, look at these incentives. Look at the free rent, the free garage parking. You get 3 months free, blah, blah, blah. Why not just drop the prices, right? If you're going to say $3,000 a month for rent, and I'm going to give you 3 months for free, why not just drop it by that $12,000 or $9,000 you're going to be giving me, right? It's one of those things where companies are so hesitant to drop their prices, and for whatever reason, they're so scared of deflation. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense. And it's they'd rather have the unit sit vacant for half a year than even consider dropping their prices. So the 3 months free, the buyer rebates, the free gift cards, and the sports tickets, they throw everything under the sun, but drop the price. Why not do that? And so the Switch 2, I actually got it recently. It's a system that, Nintendo, and for the longest time they weren't selling. People were not buying their inventory. Like, it was not selling as well as previous generations. And it was one of those things where it's like, why not just drop the price, guys? And I think, it's one of those things where they don't want to operate on thinner margins or sell at a loss, but sometimes you got to confront the reality of the situation. You got to move those machines, those units. And so they dropped it, and a lot of people bought the deal, and then now it's going back up again. So it's one of those things where if inventory's not selling, just drop it. Ultimately, oftentimes people are not willing to buy something that they perceive or they think it's overpriced. And if everything in a free market society, if no homes are selling in your neighborhood, but they're sitting listed for hundreds of days, wonder why, right? I wonder why. So the question is, who will break first? It's kind of a big tug of war game, right? In a true and free open market, if we are in a true and free open market, and I have cases and arguments against that we are, but in a true and free open market, if you drop the prices, the people will come. It's true. It's like if a McDonald's hamburger went down to $1. I know it's bad food. I know it's gonna, it's like almost borderline poison. But in a true and free open market, if McDonald's dropped their burger to $1, and I was in a pinch and I needed something quick and easy, I would do it. But am I going to spend $7 on a McDonald's burger to feel like crap afterwards? No. But for $1, maybe. I don't know. But a lot of people at scale, they will come, and they'll buy that burger for $1, but they won't buy it for $7. So it's one of those things where prices are the leading indicator of what people will be willing to do. If you drop the prices, the people will come. If you don't drop the prices, people will hold off and say, oh, just like now, the cars that are not selling. A lot of people are saying cars are not moving. And cars are not moving. Well, how can you move them, right? They throw out every incentive. Look, you get the free warranty and the free repairs and then the free oil changes and all this stuff. It's like, no, just drop the price. I don't care. I'll pay for my own oil change. I'll pay for it. I don't care. Just give me the lower price. You don't need to give me all this fluff. Give me the meat and bones, right? Look at Vegas right now, guys. Vegas is a mess. All the resort fees, the parking fees, all these fees right now. People are not going, right? They can gamble from their app. Why go in person to Vegas when you can do it all from the comfort of your own home on your own app and have a fun time? So it's just one of those things where I think people are not going anymore because of all the fees and all the price hikes and all that. Just get rid of them. if you guys in Vegas are complaining about people not coming, lower your damn prices, right? Corporate greed has gone extreme. They're trying to make money on all avenues of the transaction. That's not the point. People, you're supposed to give the room for nearly free so that people gamble. You're supposed to give the food for nearly free so people stay in the casino. You're supposed to give the drinks for nearly free so people drink and make dumb decisions with their money. You're not supposed to charge for the drinks, charge for the buffets, charge for the rooms, charge for the parking. By the time they step foot in the casino, they're already tapped out. Get rid of all the fees, drop your prices significantly, give rooms for free, get the people back into the casino, get them back into gambling, and you'll make a lot of money. But right now, the current model, it's broken, and it's funny. I know more than a lot of these current executives, these MBAs. I can tell you what will get people gambling again, and it's not what you're doing now. Cars, clothes, alcohol, the car market and the clothing market is stalling. The shoe market is crashing. The alcohol sales are stalling. Like, introduce out the door pricing, right? Invoice price, or just a little bit above invoice price. You can make your pound of flesh, but don't try to take the farm over it, right? And get those reasonable margins on clothes, but people know it's made in Cambodia, it's made in Malaysia, it's made in Vietnam. It's not like a lot of these clothing articles are just a few dollars, and you're charging through the roof on them. So, and then those $3 beers, like, actually, it's funny. I went to a bar in Minnesota, Strikers or something. It's like one of the older bars, one of the oldest bars in Minnesota. Guys, they had dollar Hams beers. And I know it's Hams, but $1 per beer, I haven't seen that since like 2015. Dollar beers. Absolutely crazy. Dollar beers. And it was a great thing to see. And there's a bar down the road from me, and they have $3 beers. And I think it's called Dirty Dog or something. Anyways, $3 beers. Lower the price of alcohol, Get people. When you lower the price of alcohol, people will drink more, spend more, tip more, and you'll make your money up through food or something else or some other avenue. But if you keep, trying to pinch people, like on those $14 airport beers, people will order one beer, and that's it, right? Introduce cheap things again. Why do we keep on hiking and hiking and hiking? Why? Why is that? I understand inflation, but people are beyond the breaking point right now. People are at the point where they're not going to buy unless they see a deal, right? So drop your prices. Drop them. Look at Arizona Iced Tea. Look at what they've done. Customers will support you again, and they're going to support you through thick and thin. Arizona Iced Tea, people, there's like almost I don't want to call it a cult following, but there is a hardcore following now, and I will always be a lifetime supporter, because they had a chance to charge $3, $4, $5 for a iced tea, but they kept it at 79 cents. And whether it's healthy or not, that's beyond the point. The point is, there are people out there that are trying to hold the line, and as long as you can operate at a profit and hold the line, I think that's a very honorable thing to do. But anyways, guys, I bring this up because I see so many people complaining about things not selling, and it's like, things don't sell because your prices are too damn high. Lower your price. Confront the reality of the situation. Confront the reality of the situation. You could maybe raise it down the road when times are fluffier and better. But right now, you gotta price it in the economic environment we're in, and it's an okay environment. It's not great, it's not bad, but it's definitely not thriving more than ever. So you gotta price accordingly. Anyways, guys, you let me know what you think about dropping prices and your products not selling. I hope you have a good one. Be sure to comment, rate, subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one.